acres of amazing mangrove estuaries where you never know what you're going to see. We are part of a system of lands managed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. It's federally designated, so it's set aside for wildlife first, but obviously for people too, because there's so much you can do out here. What that means is it's a safe stopover for migratory birds, and then we also have residents that are here year-round. Over 245 different species of birds throughout the year, so there's something to see for everyone. You know, here in Florida, you don't know seasons by fall, winter, spring, and summer. We know it by seasons of wildlife. But we're set aside for beautiful sites like this. It's our white pelican, and this is one of our biggest, most iconic migratory birds. Now, what is the importance of the mangrove estuary? If you love to eat seafood, 70% of the seafood that ends up on our dinner plates at our restaurants or our grocery stores, it all starts in these special places. We call it the nursery of the sea. We've been here for over 75 years, and this legacy will go on.
Hi, Jesse Tincher. Welcome to the Blue Dog Bar and Grill. What we focus on mainly for the Blue Dog is we like to feature local produce, local seafood, local as much as we can get. Our staff is local. A majority of our staff lives here on Pine Island, and we embrace that, we encourage that. And so we try to support the local community as much as possible. When people come in and they'll ask, you know, well, what are stone crabs like? And I said, well, you know, stone crabs are God's gift to mankind. We want you to taste the ocean. We want you to know that this is really good, high quality stuff. It's about presentation, but then once they actually start eating, and then there's the flavors and how they talk about how, you know, wow, it tastes like the ocean. And that's a lot of comments that we get, is like how fresh it is.
This is the Dunbar murals at McCullen Hall. McCullen Hall is important because it was considered the heart of the Dunbar community because all the famous jazz musicians came through here, such as Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, and Billie Holiday, to name a few, because everything was very racially segregated. And so you had what they called the Chitlin Circuit, where famous musicians would come to put on shows for black audiences. And so blacks could come and enjoy themselves and be safe. I think it's continuing the legacy and keeping it in front of people so it doesn't get lost, the history of this area and what it really represented. But it's very important to keep the history alive. This is the legacy of this community.